Heat. All right, Kat. Big night for him. 116-107 in the win. He had 44 points, 13 rebounds. Tyler Hero had 34. He was 8 of 13 from 3. But the 44 points, Lou, that's the big one. Most points by a Knicks center since Patrick Ewing. Are we looking at the game plan here? We play through Cat always?
Absolutely not. But no, you don't play through Cat, but you do utilize Jalen Brunson and you play with him. You know, a lot of those clips right there, you saw that's a two-man game, and you use his strength for him to be able to pick and pop, to be a three-point threat, and to put the ball on the floor and get to the basket. Use those things as your strong suits. I still think this is a Jalen Brunson-led team, but Cat being in all of the actions, that's going to make them very dangerous down the line.
Yeah, I'll say that last pick and roll play they had there, that was because Karl-Anthony Towns picked and popped and knocked one down before that. So now the very next play, Bam is scared to show. Now Brunson all of a sudden has space. Now he's got more room to operate. So when you have the luxury of having this duo and this two-man game, it kind of opens up the floor because you give them both opportunity to kind of get hot, and whoever gets hot, you ride them. And you can play through those two.
Excuse me.
God damn it. You can play through those two. And the luxury also is when you have guys like OG and Mikal Bridges, those are versatile, great players that you don't ever have to play through. That's not their game, right? They are there to do all the little things. They're there to cut, to run, to move, and they're going to happen to have 30, 40-point games one night just playing within their offense. But when you have a duo like this that is so good in pick and roll, they both can shoot the ball. It's hard to cover. What do? Do you blitz the pick and roll? Do you stay back and hedge and let Jalen Brunson kind of go downhill on you? Do you let them pick and pop with Cat? There's so many options that this two-man game has.
You're on fire, Chandler.
You told me I needed to carry the show today. You're sick. My number's been called. Give me the ball, Beetle. What next?
Okay, good. You want to talk Tyler Hero?
No.
Well, you're gonna. Led his team in scoring, and we don't really say much about any other people at this moment, but we got Tyler Hero and Bam. Is that the team now?
I mean, Jimmy Butler, listen, he's always going to be there. Tyler Hero, people forget how good he was. He was unhealthy last year. He was dealing with a lot of things, but he has always been a bona fide bucket. He's a great ISO player. He gets to his mid-range. He can step out and shoot the ball. He's kind of a big scoring point guard, so he can do it all. So he needs to be elite for this team to have any chance this season, but it's good to see him healthy. Terry Rozier's got to continue to get in the mix, develop for this team. But this team, they're lacking something. I don't know what it is because they have young guys, they defend, they have that Heat culture where they're going to be tough, they're going to take it to you. So they're definitely missing something just in the competitive Eastern Conference right now. I don't think they have enough, but again, last year I kept saying, oh, they're going to turn it on in the playoffs, and they didn't. So now I'm kind of off that, but yes, when you have Bam and you have Jimmy Butler and you have Tyler Hero, you have enough to win any single night.
Yeah, something's missing, and I feel like once they missed it last year, you're kind of like, now you almost have to make a big change, but they didn't, and I really don't understand.
You know what else, Lou? I couldn't help but think.
I'll kill you.
The Jimmy Butler comments, when he played the Knicks, and it would be a different result.
Pat Riley got mad at. If I was
playing, and that whole kind of created and started the whole Pat Riley beef. This was the first time that the Knicks have played him since, so I feel like this was also kind of a message to prove, like, all right,
you think?
You played, and we can still beat your ass. So I think there's also some fuel there, which started that whole.
Yeah, he did say a lot of stuff. Pat Riley was mad at him. It's just kind of weird dysfunction going on right now. You got that weird statue. Things are odd in South Beach at the moment. We do have Pelicans-Warriors. Warriors are 4-1. I'm just going to throw that out there. It's their second straight. Got him. They can be beat. He had 29 points, 11 rebounds. He also hit all the buckets to tie it up at 132. Then he hits the game winner. Mathurin had 30 points, 11 rebounds. Jason Tatum had 37. That's not so shabby. But the Pacers did have a 24-point lead. So that, if you want to start to nitpick, we can definitely start there. But then they didn't fold. And I suppose that is the story here, right, Lou? To give up a 24-point lead but still come out victorious. It's not what the Yankees were able to do. It's the opposite.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's an impressive win, but it's a good quality win. You know, you're beating the top dog, and they take you to the length, make you go into overtime, make you make some big shots. But give them guys credit. They were able to hold on, get a win in overtime, but 1 or 2 possessions here or there, we're having a completely different conversation today. But I think Indiana hurt us. You know, we were critical of them and not bringing it. This is a game that they came and they got out against the Boston Celtics, got a big lead, and was able to hold on for a good overtime win. But I wouldn't say it was impressive, but it was a quality win.
Yeah. By the way, they folded. They tried to give this game up, and as resilient as Boston was, and you know the Pacers at the end of the day, they gave up 38 points in the fourth quarter to even allow this to happen.
That's a crazy number.
It's not ideal. So they had their chances to keep their foot on the gas, to be a mature team and kind of end this game. And credit to the Boston Celtics, they didn't hang their head. When I changed the channel, I was going back and forth, obviously, with the World Series. This game was over.
Right.
I don't know what happened in that fourth quarter, but clearly, you know, they were turning the ball over. They weren't getting as good a shots as they were early on. But to give up 38 points, you know, when it matters the most, is a little frustrating. But you also got to give them credit. They got to overtime. They made big shots. Siakam kind of face up, hit that big game winner there. Was huge. And they kind of had their number last year, too. So the Pacers seem to play good against good teams.
Can we talk a little Siakam here? Obviously, Tyrese Halliburton is the guy, the face, but Pascal Siakam, no slouch, 2-time All-Star, and he did hit all these big shots. Are there days, can we even say, I don't even know how to ask this, is he the best player?
On the team?
Is it a 1A, 1B?
No, I think Halliburton is the best player on the team, but he's also their point guard. So there's going to be certain nights where he's not one of these stars that's aggressive, that's going to go out there and kind of hunt down shots and put up these gaudy numbers. He's kind of a pass-first, playmaking, big guard that Siakam probably really enjoys playing with because he can set the table up for him, he can space the floor, he can get out in transition. He's unbelievable in pick and roll. So I think they're slowly starting to develop this chemistry where they do have that option of a nice 2-man game. Siakam's always been solid, even if it's time in Toronto where he can kind of, you know, take a pick and roll, take the smaller guy, shoot over him, back him down. He's clearly worked on his outside, his perimeter shooting. So he's one of the more versatile players in the league that not a lot of people talk about and the average fan probably has never even heard of. But he is a very, very good player, but at the end of the day, this is Tyrese Halliburton's team.
Absolutely. And look, but he's added that three-pointer to his game.
Yeah.
You know, he's able to space the floor. He's given him another option on the offensive end now. It's still going to be Tyrese Halliburton's team, but for him to add to his bag, it's going to help Indiana in the long run. You know, so hopefully they can string some wins together, and it'll be on the back of Tyrese and Pascal.
All right, so you got Jason Tatum. He hits the 3 to send it to overtime. Then he also misses a 3 with 32 seconds left. It's just the hot and cold of it all, Lou. Which one do you remember more?
You know, honestly, to me, it's going to be the 3 to take them into overtime.
Okay.
You know, that's just the way I look at it. You know, makes and misses are a part of the game, but this right here, in transition and a step aside 3 to put your team in that position, you know, that's also a tough look. But listen, if you're the Boston Celtics, you're talking about a team that's averaging 50-plus three-pointers in a game. You're going to live and die by some of these shots. And unfortunately, that one wasn't the one to go down. People are going to pick it apart however they want, but that big 3 to take it into overtime after being down 24 points, that's going to be more memorable to me.
Yeah, I think of that one. I think that was, you know, when they needed it the most. You can't even look ahead the overtime because without this shot, they're not there. And so the fact that he also had, you know, 37 points or whatever it was, 37, 8, and 4. He's proven a point this year, and he seems to be getting better every single game. I don't love the 5 of 18 from 3. That's not really his game, but again, this is the way they're playing. This is the pace which they're playing. They're shooting early and often 3s, so you can't knock him for missing a shot. Honestly, Jaylen Brown had a decent look, too, there at the end of overtime, so I think you can't complain. When you put that much into this comeback and you continue to fight and be resilient, you can't nitpick on 1 or 2 plays, but the shot he hit in the end of regulation was not easy. Step back left, and the one in overtime, too, step back right. Neither of these were easy shots, so you can't really knock them. Listen, they weren't going to go 82-0.
Yeah, you got to lose something.
Got to lose at some point.
Got to lose at some point. And that's not a bad team to lose to, despite records at the moment. So we had another game last night.
Yikes.
Yowza. Spurs, Thunder. Thunder remain undefeated. 105-93. Chet Holmgren with 19 points. Lou Dort, 20 points. And Wembanyama, that's a weird one. 6 points. He was 1 of 5, had 8 rebounds. Chet coming in hot in this one. 15 of his 19 points were in the first half, including a lob that he blocked against Wemby. You know, he lost Rookie of the Year to him last year. This is obviously a rivalry that will be around for quite some time, Lou.
Is it?
I think it will be. Yeah, we'll get to that because Wemby is petty, and that's the kind of emotion I like. But does Chet get extra up for these, you think?
No, I'm looking at it different. You know, I think they're both going to do their thing. I wouldn't try to put them in the same category as rivals. You know, I think Wemby is going to have an opportunity simply because of the position that he's in San Antonio to accomplish a lot more things than Chet will be. You know, if Chet carried that into the summer with him into this game, I would say let it go, bro. You don't have another opportunity to win Rookie of the Year. It's gone. It's out. You know, he was the clear winner. I thought that Chet was going to win it until Wemby continued to add on stats to what he was doing last year. But, you know, if I'm him, I'm just using the motivation to try to win a championship. I'm not getting into the petty wars of worrying about, you know, who was the Rookie of the Year and these things and so forth.
I don't think you saw the reports about I think it's coming from the other side of the camp here. But by the way, I love the fact that if this is a rivalry, we're talking about the two like alien-like figures
for real
in the NBA that are extremely tall and talented and young, and they're going to be in this league for the next 10 to 15 years. So,
wait, should we tell him what the other side of the thing is?
Yeah.
So allegedly, Wemby won't even say Chet's name, and so when people say
Tonight, the New York Knicks made an electrifying home debut, dismantling the Indiana Pacers with a convincing 123-98 victory. This win was a powerful response after the Knicks' tough season opener, showing resilience and determination to bounce back. Karl-Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, and Mikal Bridges led the charge, demonstrating the chemistry and defensive discipline that Knicks fans have been waiting to see. The fans brought incredible energy, and the players fed off that enthusiasm, delivering a performance that will undoubtedly fuel the optimism surrounding this team. Karl-Anthony Towns expressed pride in the team's resilience, emphasizing the importance of maintaining focus on defense. After struggling to contain their opponents in the opener, the Knicks made crucial adjustments. Towns credited the coaching staff for refining their defensive strategies, particularly along the perimeter, which helped limit Indiana's shooting efficiency and scoring options. The difference in defensive energy from the first game to this one was palpable, and the Knicks' ability to clamp down on Indiana's offensive rhythm showed how effective they can be when fully locked in. Brunson and Bridges were equally impactful. Jalen Brunson's offensive prowess was on full display, and his chemistry with Towns is quickly becoming a dynamic force for the Knicks. Towns, who joined the team with high expectations, has already shown he's more than capable of delivering in pivotal moments. When asked about Brunson's contributions, Towns praised his teammates' talent and emphasized the importance of allowing Brunson to control the offense while stepping up to support his moves on the court. Brunson has proven to be a master at reading defenses and making adjustments in real time, an essential quality that has brought a new level of confidence to this Knicks squad. Defensively, the Knicks were sharp and relentless. Mikal Bridges' tenacity in guarding the perimeter was evident throughout the night, as he played a critical role in frustrating Indiana's shooters. Indiana, known for their aggressive three-point game, found themselves struggling as the Knicks' defense forced them into uncomfortable positions. Bridges mentioned that the team was more locked in during their preparation, which contributed to a seamless performance on the court. The Knicks were disciplined, showing a level of maturity and focus that has often been a challenge in past seasons. Josh Hart, another integral part of the team's victory, showcased his versatility by contributing on both ends of the floor. Although Hart has been adjusting to his role within the team, tonight he found his rhythm and made his presence known. He displayed relentless energy, especially in rebounding and creating second-chance opportunities for his teammates. Hart's contributions go beyond just the numbers. His hustle and willingness to adapt make him a vital piece of the Knicks' rotation, whether he's starting or coming off the bench. His ability to play multiple roles adds a layer of flexibility to the Knicks lineup that can be crucial in high-stakes games.